Oh, afternoon. I didn't expect to see you here. Don't mind what I'm watching. Ignore that! Hey, what are you doing? Hey, look, I know JoJo you watch, alright? So I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Sue me. Or maybe I shouldn't say that. My friends and family may do just that. I talk about this show a lot. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a series I'm just gonna call JoJo from now on, is created by Hideki Araki and stars JoJo, Jojo, and JoJo. Alright, so the series is broken down into 9 distinct parts. Each part has their own protagonist, which somehow they all have the nickname JoJo. Each part has their own antagonist, side character, stories, and for some reason this is an adaptation of the third part, Stardust Crusaders. So I'm going to try and catch everyone up with parts 1 and 2. This is your last chance to avoid spoilers. The entire show's on Netflix. Go watch it if you wanna. Part 1 stars Jonathan Joestar, the only JoJo who goes by JoJo, whose insanely rich family adopts Dio Brando after his drunk father Dario once saved Jonathan's father George Joestar. Dario is trying to rob him, but besides the point. Jonathan and Dio don't get along. But after a few years, Jonathan and Dio seem to be getting along well, and they somehow both got insanely buff playing college rugby. Like, please explain. How did this happen? Anyway, after some shenanigans, Jonathan meets Speedwagon and Dio rejects his humanity. And Jonathan supposedly kills Dio. A couple days later, some funky man in a top hat pinky punches Jonathan, teaches him how to breathe and use some funky blood magic sun karate called Hamon, or the Ripple, and tells Jonathan Dio is not dead. And after a lot of shenanigans that I don't want to spoil too much, Dio's dead. Or is he? Yeah, he's probably dead. And so's Jonathan. "50 years later, Jonathan's grandson Joseph fights 3 nearly naked men with the help of his mom, the grandson of the pinky guy from part 1, Old Man Speedwagon, and a literal Nazi. This part doesn't matter as much to part 3 as part 1 does, but it's still really good, so go watch it. Go! Now, Stardust Crusaders is the part the game is based off of, so I'm not gonna spoil it all before you even watch the whole video. I figured I should probably explain the new power system. Parts 1 and 2 use the blood magic karate Hamon, or the Ripple, and Joseph still uses it a little in part 3, however, Joseph also developed something called a stand. A stand is a manifestation of one's fighting spirit. It can only be seen by other stand users, they can only be damaged by other stands, and only in part 3 they are tied directly to tarot cards. Some have special abilities that will be explained as I run into them in the game, and the entire main cast of part 3 has a stand. Joseph has Hermit Purple, tied to the Hermit, Afstel has Magician's Red, tied to the Magician, Kakyoin has Hierophant Green, tied to the Hierophant, Polnareff has Silver Chariot, tied to the Chariot, and in this part's Jojo Jotaro has Star Platinum, tied to the Star. Alright, let's actually try and get into the game now. But first, I figured I would explain the gameplay. So you play as Iggy, Polnareff, Kakyoin, Afdal, Joseph, or Jotaro, walking through a point-and-click overworld, up until a battle starts. In a fight, you have 5 options. You can either attack, where your stand does a funky animation, and the enemy either takes damage. Or, you do a funky animation, your enemy does a funky animation, and they dodge. You can try talking, in which your character will say a famous quote and deal mental points, which basically is a second health bar. You can use an item, which is exactly what it sounds like, and you can check, which your character will check an opponent, and they can use tactics. Either they come up with an idea, or they use their guts and just kind of attack guns blazing, or they could just run. You could just leave. Which basically means every fight just means mashing A as quickly as possible and waiting for a long time. Like, a long time. It's still going. This goes on for a while. It's still going. This is all one fight, by the way. Okay, it's finally over. Sorry, that was a lot of JoJo dumping. I don't get to talk about the show very often. Anywho, on to the actual gameplay, where I'm going to continue to have a lot of JoJo dumping. So you wake up in Jojo's room, beat the crap out of 3 bullies who decide to take on this guy, and then make your way to school, where you fight the school nurse, and Kakyoin, and Tower of Grey in Jojo's high school instead of an airplane, but whatever, it should be fine. Jojo took 12 damage. He only has 5 damage left. I have a sneaking suspicion this isn't gonna go well. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Then I have to do that all over and over and over again, and oh my goodness, these fights take so long. It's fine, as long as I don't just do something dumb. Jojo's stats aren't great, but this is fine. How do I leave the stat? How do I leave? Did I click out of the game? No. What do I do here? Game. Not a single button I'm pressing is working. What did I do? Let's go! Yeah! After that literal hour of gameplay, made it back to Jotaro's house, where I found out Holly has a stand that is slowly killing her. Nope, they do show the scene. So the group decided to go to Egypt, and I'm just kind of sitting holding the controller, and then you go around to get materials, and suddenly Polnareff is there. Why are you in Japan? I am here because Dio said you'd help me find the man with 2 right hands, and you were in Dio's way, so... On second thought, I think I'd rather join you guys. Guys, I found a map to some weird mansion. And then they went to the mansion. It's 2 AM. I need sleep. What is going on? Why is there a shark? Excuse me? Why is Captain Tennell in the basement of a mansion? It's okay. Everything should be relatively the same from here on out. Ah. Okay, nope. I'm just gonna talk through the game as it is and explain differences later. What is happening? Well, he's dead. Incredible. That ape manipulated the mansion with his stand. It was a dreadful power. I've never seen so much energy. He manipulated the mansion with the stand? I thought the mansion was the stand. A wonder drug. Ooh. I half figured the mansion would be the stand, like how his mansion was or how his stand was just a boat. I guess he did technically manipulate a boat. Can use that. Perfect, just some random TV. Deal. Is this where they find out he's in Egypt? Joseph Joestar, you stop looking at me. If you want to know what about me, come to India. I wonder if you can make it that far. Oh, they're just flying. Okay, well, Tower of Grey is gone, so this should be fine. Aboard the plane to India. Tower of Grey is gone, so this should be fine.
Oh, shit!
Joseph piling, they managed to recover the plane. Group's ability up. Let's go. Jojo's group arrived in India, but something was expecting them. Holly has 46 days left. Oh hey. Curse Devo and my stand. Did they have any devil fight? Took 17 damage. Oh. Whoa. That is not what I was expecting. Like, that's not what I was expecting at all.
I feel like I have to censor that. Nope, no, God, that's worse.
Now I've gone and done it. How could you? With this, I can really bear a grudge on you. My stand-up need will become stronger with my grudge. Damn you! Yep. What the hell is this doll? I'll talk about bad taste. And here we are again. I mean, okay. Oh, is he in the fridge? I have a feeling he's in the fridge. What if I check it? Oh, that's not a fridge, that's a sink. Well, he did say we had 2 rooms, so let's try the other room. This room is also ours, so let's try this one. Oh, hey, there's a bellboy here. Can I talk to him? Seriously, the repairs are done. You can now reach the basement. Oh, okay, perfect. Or I could go up, I guess. Yep, there he is. Oh, perfect.
After fighting Devo like 3 times, everyone crammed in an elevator and went up to the top floor where...
やれやれだぜ。
Found room received number 301. Hold on, so adjustment Jojo need supplements. Stress is 50. Oh. And here, room 301 we go. Oh, okay. Welcome to India, Joseph Joestar. Did you like my welcome party? I can already see them, your overwhelmed faces. It's him. There's a rumor that a strange creature has been eating people recently. Will you have nightmares about it? Well, not if he actually is a handsome guy. Yeah, it's him. Finish you off, bro.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Please stop, I can't fight, I'm beyond recovery, I'll give you some good information. There's a witch who taught Dio about her stance. Her son has 2 right hands, his name is Jay Guile. Pulling the reference for hands right, I heard he uses mirrors. Give me a break. Alright, we should rest in our rooms for today. Pulling the ref and aft, I'll have room 202, me, Jojo, and Kaku and have room 201. Okay, let's call it a day. Alright, then we'll go to our room. Avdol, let's go.
Paul the ref. Paul the ref!
For you, man. Room 201, Avdol explained that morning's events. If that's the case, none of us can stop pulling the ref. I'm just very disappointed in him. I didn't think he was that kind of person. Alright, let's follow pulling the ref. Oh yeah, I found him. Should be around here. Hold the horse.
The enemy! Whole horse was empty.
Crap, run away. Kakyoon fled.
Hey, aren't you supposed to get shot? Jay Guile!
Waiting for this moment for a long time. With this, my sister can rest in peace. On Earth. Come, let us search at Jake Guile. He might have something. Listen, to defeat Dio, we must work together. If anyone does something on their own, they'll take advantage of that. Got it? Found treasure key. Received treasure key. Group's ability up.
This next part's a little embarrassing, but I then got lost for about 20 minutes just wandering the streets of this virtual India. I had to look up a guide. It was bad. I'll put a link to the guide I used in the description because it was really helpful. Yeah, it was really helpful, but it's all words, which I'm not good with. I'm stalling for time so the speed clip can go through. The fights take so long.
There we go. Oh. Fled. Okay. I'm no match for them alone. I'm completely at a disadvantage. I'm out of here. That guy sure can run fast. Found Dio's letter. Joseph Joestar, I wasn't expecting you to be able to read this letter. What a persistent man. I can read. But don't be too full of yourself. You just defeated some of my stand users. There are more for you to enjoy. Damn you, Dio. We'll find you sooner or later. Group ability up. Is there any more? What now? Oh, there we go. Mr. Joestar, it seems Whole Horse has left town on a car. We have prepared a car for you. It is parked in front of the hotel. Please use it. Just be sure to please check your equipment before leaving. Please be careful.
So the group then decides to get in a car and drive to Egypt from India, which, looking at this map, I don't think that's going to work. And along the way, they run into this guy, and just look at him. He's not. Just look at him. His stand is the car, which is cool, I guess. After a little while, the entire group then makes it to a hotel where they run into Anya, the old lady Whole Horse mentioned, the mother of Jay Guile, who Polnareff murdered a little while ago. He was the man with two right hands. I don't think she's very happy with the death of her son.
You, Joestar. Inside you, a lover's seed has entered. And then lovers will grow a flesh bud inside your brain. You'll die, torn apart from inside. Serves you right. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Meanwhile, in Joseph's brain.
Old Enya to me was just a very small existence. She merely taught me about sand. It was nothing more than that. I'm still not used to this body. The Joestar blood is rejecting me. However, I just need a little more time. Just a little more. That Whole Horse was in the big mansion where Old Enya was, if I remember correctly. Well, too bad. Tell me a wish and I shall grant it. My name is Kamo. I want to thank you for freeing me from this box. I will not tell you. I will grant the first 3 wishes. I will level you up. Facing off with Jotaro. Oh.
So Judgment here, or Cameo, or whatever it is, grants our 3 wishes of leveling up, gives us 3 sand Jotaros to fight. Finding Whole Horse gives us a sand Whole Horse to fight. And he says if we beat him, he'll tell us about Dio. This is what he says.
Hi, please forgive me. I'm sorry I don't know much about Dio, but I have this information. In a town in Egypt, there's a stand user that doesn't follow Dio. I think Whole Horse has also gone to Egypt. Group ability up. Oh, it's Iggy, isn't it?
That's right, idiot. Get ready for this coffee gum eating son of a bitch. His walking animation is so dumb. Look at it. Look at it. And with that, the entire group makes it to Egypt. Also, I'm sorry if there are clicking noises. It's hot. I have a fan going, but it's also like 1 in the morning right now, and I need to get this voice line in, and I'm gonna say this now. In Egypt, you just get bombarded with enemies over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's the exact same thing, so I'm just gonna cut from here to Dio's mansion. These are the fights that happened. We good? Alright. I'm going to bed. It's like 1 in the morning. It is now about 1:40 in the morning. I still have the fan running, and I'm going to bed. Just outside of Dio's mansion there was a bird. His fight wasn't too bad, just long, about 10 minutes. But the inside of Dio's mansion is a little bit confusing. I couldn't really think of a funny bit for this one. The next major fight is Vanilla Ice. I mean, he has a lot of health, but it should be fine.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Your destiny ends here. Where was the last time I think we're gonna... Isn't this right after I went shopping? Yeah. Wait, no, why do we only have one? Oh, it's a sedative, yeah. Okay, well, that was interesting. I'm gonna call it for now, though.
That's okay. We'll just replay it all. It's not that bad. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Joseph. Okay, well.
You know, it's okay. I just saved. So I just have to refight Vanilla Ice. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, okay, well.
Vanilla Ice? You're, It's alright, I beat him not too long afterwards. I just lost a lot of sleep over it.
Yes! Yes! Yeah. Yes! 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 Group ability up. Ha!
And after all that, Jojo found a new hat. Yeah, for some reason you need a hat to stop time in this game. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. You got it now. Let's go fight Dio. Oh wait, I never explained how Dio's not dead. I just assumed anyone watching this would know.
Get back, Jojo!
Makes sense? No? Perfect. Anyway, let's go beat Dio. Which is what I would be saying if I actually beat Dio. I didn't. So, it's entirely my fault. So, I know I've alluded to it a couple times in this video, but I've been pushing my sleep back for this video to the point where I'm recording this at 10:50 at night. And with over an hour and a half worth of footage of me fighting Dio, spending time on this one boss, dying over and over and over again, broke me a little bit. So, I'm sorry, Holly, maybe some other day. I'm not going to end this video here now because I do really want to cover some differences between this and part 3 in general, both manga and anime, whatever cool, interesting stuff I find. So let's move on to that segment now, because I am honestly really excited about that, and it's unbreaking me, I guess. Okay, so I ended up googling some differences, but before I read those off, I want to go over a couple that I actually noticed myself while playing. Okay, so many stand users I fought just out of order. Death 13 and Midler are fought in the same place at practically the same time. Both are right after the Strength fight. Imposter Captain Tanal is fought before Strength, which is in the same order as any other media. But he's also fought in the basement of Strength, because in the game Strength is not a boat but a mansion. Which,
Complete side note, but a team up between Imposter Captain Tanel and Strength would be a cool idea if Strength was still a boat. I think their stands would have gone together pretty well. Alissi also transformed Kakyoin, Joseph, and Avdol, not just Jodo and Polnareff, and he also teamed up with Oingo and Boingo. And at this point I stopped actively looking for them while playing, so here's just a few cool ones I saw while googling them. Steely Dan just doesn't appear at all, just to stand. They kind of only really mention a flesh bud being put in Joseph's head, so maybe this is just what they look like here. The Runaway Girl just doesn't exist at all. I'm not super sure how I missed that one. And I mentioned earlier that Boingo teams up with Alissi, so Whole Horse now teams up with Mariah. And a couple big ones. After doesn't get shot by Whole Horse, so he's present for a lot of fights he shouldn't be. And Iggy, Kakyoin, and Avdol just don't die. They survive through the whole thing, so this is the best timeline. Okay, so overall, what do I think of this game? I don't really know. Again, I didn't really beat the game, but I did get like 90% of the way through it, and I was talking about it with a friend and, complaining about it, and then he pretty much said, oh yeah, you're playing a forgotten RPG for the Super Famicom. Which is exactly what it is, and probably what it will stay as. The fights are long, the gameplay is dull, and there's definitely better ways to experience the story of Stardust Crusaders. That being said, I see a lot of potential in this game. It still has a lot of the JoJo charm, a lot of fans enjoy, and overall I enjoyed my time with it. And, if for some reason it ever got a remake with slightly tweaked controls, slightly tweaked battles, and an official localization, I'd probably check it out. I'll leave a link to the English patch I used in the description if you want to try it, but overall, I'd say just watch the anime. Hey, thanks for watching. I put a lot of effort into this despite even not fully beating it, but, that's okay. But it's also on the sleep issue. It's currently 12:47 as I record this. Yeah, I probably kill a lot of brain cells from my lack of sleep on this video, and also just because of the JoJo video in general. But, I really wanted to push this video out before the end of June. I could not think of a better video for Pride Month than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Anyway, thank you for watching. Check out something else. There's other things here. I'm going to bed now. I need sleep. I'm going to bed.